Good morning, Serge.
Hey,
Yay.
good
A bit of
morning,
shock therapy right there, my friend.
Yeah, hi.
A bit more coffee. There's a topic today for this temporary podcast, and we are going to do this episode. We're going to kind of be transparent with our emerging podcasting. And I guess we're going to talk about, how do you pick out content? How do you contemplate on what value you create? And are you really, do you really have a place in this noisy world or not? But most certainly the tooling. How do you figure out what tools to use or not? And what did we learn so far? How do you like that, Serge? I think that could be helpful.
Yes.
Where do you want to start?
Well, maybe the thought of the idea of starting a podcast, right? I'm like, I know when we talked about this, I came with the idea, like, should we really start a podcast? Because that's always been my thought about creating content. There's already so many podcasts around, right? There's the 73,289, which come
plus
in
one.
Plus one, yes, which is in the
plus
search
one
term.
Again.
Should we do it? Like, there's already so much. So what's the added value of us bringing extra content? Are there things that we discussed that haven't been said yet? Something like that. But the answer is yes. There are things that haven't been said because we bring it from our context and our way that we think create value. And I think that was our kickstart, right?
Yeah. To me, it speaks of authenticity. Just to have this kind of doubt, should I really be there? Not that I'm nervous, but it's like, from the perspective of the poor listeners, do they need yet another? And just by acknowledging that contemplation, it speaks of authenticity and consideration of the other side. It's not about me or you or us. It's also about whoever views. And so then, that's a health factor. I would say that motivates. Here's another thing. I really loved starting to talk with you. Something happens when you meet someone who maybe like-minded and yet different, well-studied. I didn't know from the start, but you do read a lot of books. And interesting things emerge because we stand on the shoulders of giants. So just by your LinkedIn sharing with studying Taylor for real, the principles of scientific management, and what emerges from that is that he's misquoted quite a lot and guilted of a lot of things that he didn't say. And actually, so yes, there's value to bring if we think we have it.
Yeah, there is.
Did I lose you? Maybe?
No, you didn't. No. I'm kind of reflecting of what you said. It's also the idea we're not doing this for ourselves. I mean, we're really enjoying the conversations. Like, I really enjoy the conversations. That's one thing, but the fact that we believe there could be value in there for people that listen to us, and that we do that with that intention in mind as well, is a really nice thing. And I think that's if bringing that back to starting up a podcast, that's a good point, right? We could even, like, if you translate that to any kind of product management, because this could be our product, like, if you really have that belief that you are able to bring value, then do it and try it. And maybe that's also linking to our podcasting. We're just trying it. Let's try this. Let's do this. We don't know a lot about it, but just figure it out along the way. And that's a nice thing.
Exactly. I was going down that route in my mind as you were saying it, that there's a compelling reason, and we are living, inspect, and adapt principles. So we're building an empirical process in which we learn, because there's no way we can be a great podcast without doing it. You don't. Yeah, you cannot just think your way and then you produce your first episode and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect from the beginning. It's not happening. But the value, there's a compelling reason. To me, the compelling reason is that I really think I learned a lot on what makes a good workplace or not. and I want to pay forward. I just want to help. Better work, better collaboration. There's so much nonsense going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed. We've talked about this before. It's for me, it's a better workplace, but since we spend 1/3 of our life in the workplace, that well-being in the workplace, being happy in what you do and creating happy customers with what you do, that contributes to our well-being also outside of work. Like this
of course,
this energy we get, that our work is not an energy drain, that organizations are not energy drains for people, but at least that they get a good sense of what they do and a good feeling about what they do. So yeah, absolutely. Magnus, what have we learned so far about the podcasting?
Oh, thank you. I was going there as well. We have learned that we like doing this. So that's a good thing. We have gotten feedback from a couple of people, someone even that we don't know that much. And so there is a confirmation that there's value. So the hypothesis is validated somewhat. Let's see. We learned about the tooling. We tried Zoom. And then we learned that the quality will not be, the quality will be as it is when you record. This product, the Riverside, is kind of cool because it uploads the local copy. And even though we're just using the free license so far, it brings much better video and audio quality. Plus, it has some nice editing features. And we're learning how to do a YouTube channel. And we recognized we have some work to do. What is the about we're going to have, if or not? How are we going to treat comments? Because we want to meet our viewers with respect. But how do we do it? So we need to have that conversation. Is there some kind of, I don't know, marketing necessarily, but how do we get known? If we bring value, people need to find us. How do they find us? Of course, sharing on LinkedIn, we have a network, but on YouTube though. So you had an idea about that.
Did I?
I think I interpreted you as having an idea in email. We could follow channels. The temporary podcast could also follow channels that we think are interesting.
Oh yeah, in that way, yes. I didn't have that idea in mind, I think, but yeah.
Maybe I made up a solution to something you.
But it's a good one. It's a good one. That could work. Yeah. I've also thought, and this is also something to share with the listeners, right? There are really podcast channels. We can put things on Spotify, create a podcast channel on Spotify. We can go to the Apple Podcasts and create a channel there and upload stuff there. We still haven't figured out how to do that. So when we do, we'll share this with you as well. So that's the thing. Maybe that's a call out to the people who listen or watch this is if you have any tips for us to spread our word more to the world. We can call it marketing, but that sounds too big for me. Maybe is please share that with us. We're happy to learn from you as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be fine. We will figure out the tooling. So much is available for free almost, or at least you can try it out. So tooling to automate publishing on a multitude of platforms is probably there. I'm sure. I have this emerging great friend, Ben Maynard, who does podcasting, and he provided the Riverside FM because he used it. So there you go. You can learn from others. People are helpful. Here's the bottom line, if we're going to wrap up this first episode, the first recording of today will become an episode that we publish, and it's about starting a podcast. Why? What's the content, and a little bit about the tooling and becoming known. And here's a point to make. When you're viewing this, appreciate the fact that we haven't figured this out. We didn't sit endlessly planning, doing extensive trainings, paying someone fees to learn how to do stuff. We just started. and we learn as we go. It might seem crazy, but it's an interesting way of going forward. At least to me, it builds momentum. Just start.
I couldn't have said this better. I couldn't have said this better. So that's a perfect wrap for this one.
Yeah, it's a perfect wrap. Yeah, we'll end it there. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Let us know if we can help you get going. Let us know if you want to participate. Who knows? Maybe we can have a try it. Who knows? Or maybe connect with us if you can help us. Do write in the comments. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, folks.